When I say that all thoughts are all lies all the time, I find that most people don't believe that. And the reason I know they don't believe that is because they go back into their same situations all the time. Their mind even if it's not the same situation, the thoughts tell them to create a new situation, that situation is better, and the people believe it, and they do it. None of your thoughts are yours at any point, anytime. All thoughts are lies. And what you don't know, because if you knew this, you would be free just like that. But what you don't know is that all thoughts are demonic, evil thoughts. There's no love, there's no peace, there's nothing but evil, demonic thoughts. All of them. Even those that seem to be right, they're still demonic. And what you have done, and I died before I woke up, is that you have taken those thoughts and you made an identity from them. And you call it you. And because you call it you, it's hard for you to let it go because you think you are the thoughts. And you're so identified with them, not knowing that they're not you. But they're demonic, they're evil. And if you were to really, and some of you are waking up, maybe all of you are working on it for sure. If you were to wake up and see that you are evil, you're going to get a little light from God will come, and that little light will shine on the darkness of those thoughts, which are demonic. They're evil. And then that little light, if you stay with it, and don't give up and don't let anyone talk you out of it, that little light will cause you to see eventually that those are demonic thoughts. They're not yours. The thoughts, if you really think about how you act and how you think and how you feel, you wouldn't do this to yourself if they were your thoughts. You will always create nothing but happy, good thoughts. You would never get in trouble. You would never create loneliness or fear or jealousy or envy or strife or false happiness or anything if you were in charge of those thoughts and if they were true. But they're not true. All the thoughts are all lies all the time. There's no such thing. And they're all demonic. They're all evil. That's why they bring you different feelings and different doubts. And you identify with it because you are afraid not to have any identity at all. You gotta make up some form of identity because it gives you a false sense of life. It makes you feel that you exist. It makes you feel important. And the interesting thing about it, God tells you that your thoughts are not my thoughts are not yours, and to bring all thoughts into captivity. But you don't do that. You live by them, and you call them you, and you create one thought after another one. You become, let's say you're not a lawyer yet, and you go to law school, you get your little degree. The first thing you do, you tell everybody, I'm a lawyer. And now you walk around thinking you're a lawyer. And you start to act like a lawyer, which you've been trained. Or you tell yourself, I'm weak. I'm weak. I'm a weak person. And then you start acting weak because you believe that's who you really are, this weak person. And when you start acting weak, you're fighting to try to be strong, and then you get a little what you think is strength. Now you're thinking of yourself as being strong. And then you have to work really hard to try to stay strong because that you have identified with that. And you don't know that that those are evil spirit working in your mind and emotion. I promise you they're evil. All thoughts are all lies all the time. The thoughts tell you, oh, my wife don't love me. Or with the ladies, my husband don't love me. Now you feel unloved. And then you work overtime to try to make the man or the woman say, I love you. You never tell me you love me. And there's nobody there to love or need love or even want love. But you listen to these thoughts and they're all demonic. And they are making you, because you don't know it, they tell you to identify with them. And so you're constantly, just think about how many identities y'all have. You have all kind of identity. And you think they're real and they're not. Even though they don't work for you, you still believe they're real. And you think that, and because the preachers and others have helped you to think this, you think that you're a sinner. Oh, I'm a guilty sinner. I got to get saved. And you go, you try hard to get saved. And then you go down to the front of the church and the preacher tell you, all you got to do is believe in Jesus. And then you say, yes, I believe in Jesus. And you cry, yeah, I believe in Jesus. And now the church applaud and she or he believe in Jesus. Now you walk around saying and thinking you believe in Jesus, and it's just a thought. You believe in Jesus, and then you go home and you cry. It's just another false identity you have picked up. It's crazy. All thoughts are wicked, evil, demonic thoughts, all of them. The ones that pick you up and let you down. The ones that tell you to do this and do that. But you think they're yours, and you won't stay with the little light. A little bit of light will bring you to know this. And so you don't trust the light, you trust the darkness. And you're stumbling around in your imagination in darkness and making a fool of yourself.